questions we discussed so far, I think they are quite reasonable, right? It's like quite reasonable, right?
No.
Not reasonable. Okay, which question is not reasonable? Okay, which question is not reasonable? Which question is hard?
I think it's the question 4 is like the one that I have problem with.
Which question?
The question 4, this
Like,
question, the 2x, then the bigger than the
inequality.
inequality.
Inequality, and then any other hard questions?
And the square root, like make like they give you 144, then a Q, then they ask you for
yes.
That's something I also can
HCF.
Yeah.
But now you can do it, right?
Yes.
Good. So
understand.
good. So once you understand them, then you get to do them. Okay, good. So and by the way, you don't want to do 1 plus 1 all the time, because it's just stupid. You don't learn, you don't progress, right? So in a way, right, you need to be given some challenges so that your brain functions and then your brain improves. Right? You don't want to keep doing 1 plus 1, like next time you become you never progress while others are progressing, right? You will just get left behind. Okay, so you need some challenges, the right level of challenges.
But like challenges makes me like feel very weak, like, in a sense, because
If you
cannot solve it.
If you can conquer, like let's say, okay, after learning the 144p, that kind of question, then the inequality, then next time if you can conquer, so okay, a lot of students, they feel demoralized if they don't score. Okay, so what you are doing here is we are actually trying to see through the challenges, and next time if you manage to score, improve, then you have some satisfaction. Yeah. So a lot of students, they start with C generally. Okay, all my students, they start with C. Okay, so along the way they face challenges, they face hard questions, and then they overcome them, and then now they are at least B and above. Okay, so that's why they see their efforts paid off. Then that's why they have the motivation to come and continue. Yeah. Okay. And you need to meet some minimum requirement also. Like for mathematics, right? If you score C, it's very dangerous. You will get D very quickly. And we are only talking about mid-year. Okay. Mid-year, if you get C, at the end of year you sure get D. Because final year is term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4 all together. Yeah. So you need to make sure that term 2 or term 3, right, you need to score a lot better, because term 4 is the hardest. Okay, but we don't have to worry about that. We need to worry about this.
So I have to do this good, like do better in term 3.
Yes, you need to. Okay. So I teach you how to do this question already. Then we go to the next question. So over here they say the number written as this. This smaller integer such that it's a perfect square. So for perfect square, it's very simple. So it means they want this to be square rooted.
So it's like perfect square and cubic.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah. Or perfect cube. Yeah. So they want this times m to be perfect square, means can be square rooted. You ask yourself, can this be square rooted?
Yes.
So no need. So you need to add. Then 1, 5, right? Yeah. One more 7. Yeah. So therefore the answer for is 35. Okay. Then the smallest whole number that is divisible by both 144 and 315, leaving your answer in index notation. Very easy.
Index notation is.
Index notation. This is index notation. This is index notation.
This is index notation.
Yeah. Yes. So you just need to get this into the. Basically, you are asked to find the lowest LCM. So to find LCM, you just use the 144, 315.
So it is
144,
square.
315. 144 is already given, you know.
Yes.
2432. 315 is also
Also
given. 3257.
So the LCM
So for LCM
is
is
3 square.
okay, no. For LCM, right? Okay, so how do you get the HCF? So let's say 144 is index notation already, 315 is also in index notation. How do you get the HCF and the LCM from their index notations, right? Let me give you a few tips. For HCF, right, is shared factor. And then you choose the lowest power. So for LCM, right, is all available factor and then the highest power. Okay, so I just need to follow this. So shared factor, right? So 3 is shared. 3 is shared.
3 is
Anything else is shared?
no.
No more already, right?
Yeah.
So need to choose the lowest power. So 2, I mean for the shared factor 3, the lowest power over here both are 2, right? So the lowest is 2. So therefore the HCF is 9 for this 144 and 315. If they ask you for the answer is 9. If they ask you for index notation, it's 3 square. So for LCM, all available factors. So what are the available factors here? 2, 3, 5, and 7. Yes. So you need to choose the highest power for that. So for 2, what's the highest power? 4. For 3, what's the highest power? 2. For 5, 1. 7, 1. So this is the LCM.
Oh.
But wait, they ask you to give in index notation, right?
Yes.
Then
So
just
you just leave it like
yeah, just leave it like this. Okay. So for example, if you get the 24 and then 36, right?
Yes.
So there are many ways to find the HCF and LCM, but the way I prefer is I get this into the prime factorization first. Let me show you. I already teach you this. I already teach this technique to I mean the two tips here. I already teach this technique to all my students already.
Yeah. It's much more easier than the
So
other one because other one needs calculator.
yeah, a lot. Okay, yes. So I just get it into this index notation first. And generally they give you the index notation now. So LCM and HCF. So according to the so-called the two tips here for HCF is HCF is shared and lowest.
Yes.
So what are shared here?
2 and 3.
2 and 3. Lowest power.
2
2
and yeah.
and 1, right?
Yes.
So in index notation is this. If you have the answer is 4 times 3 is 12.
Yes.
So for LCM, I remember all available.
Yeah,
2,
2 3.
3. Highest power for each.
2 2 2 3.
3.
2.
Yeah. So this is 8. In index notation is this. So if you want to find out is 8 times 9, so it's 72. Yeah, that's how you get the
Yes.
LCM and HCF. Okay, so you need to memorize this. So in a way, right, from the start of the lesson till now, right, I think 2 things for you to remember. You can remember this also. Then the formula for the number pattern. Can you remember already?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's the formula?
So it's the number. The
First
start
number.
of the
Yeah.
first number plus the difference.
Yeah.
Then times
Yeah.
n minus 1.
Yeah. With a bracket, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Yeah. The n is the which number?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. So that's how you get this correct. So. Okay.
I know
Yeah.
how to do that. No. This question.
You know how to do or you don't know how to do?
I know how to do
Yeah.
this one.
This is quite easy.
Yes.
What about this 9?
No.
Actually, this is the graph question I think you need to master because it's part of your syllabus. They give you the graph paper already, I guess. Actually, it's behind. They give you the graph paper here.
Yeah, at the
Just next, right?
Yeah, it's just next.
Good. Hold on. Okay, good. So here lah. So I park it side by side. Okay, first question. By the way, all equations follow this format. Y equals to mx plus c.
Yes.
Okay, so y equals to mx plus c. M is the gradient.
Yes.
C is the y-intercept. Okay.
Yes.
Then it says the graph of electrician A is given. So using the graph provided 0x to 4. So 0x, okay, good. You are asked to find the M and the C. How do you find M?
M.
Can you remember the formula? There is a formula for finding gradient.
Is
y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So you just need to take 1 point minus the other point. Okay? So from this graph, choose 2 points.
2 points.
Yeah. Of course, when you choose 2 points, right, you don't want to choose 2 very difficult points for you to read. You choose the easy one. Okay, so let's choose the easy one now. There are many points on this graph, by the way. You just need to choose the easy one. So I will say not very easy. All are not very easy to read. But this one I think is quite friendly at this point. This point is your 0 and 31, 2, 3, 33. Okay? Okay, can see or not?
Yes.
Okay, if not, I will try to zoom in for you to see. Okay, good. Then another point. Okay. Let me choose this point now. Okay. So this point is 3. And just go here. 61, 62, 63. So by the way, I really encourage you to use a ruler. Why? Because I don't want you to I don't want you to miss,
The line.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's 63 lah. Yeah, 63. Okay, can? Then now can already lor. So this is your x1. This is your x1, y1. This is your x2, y2. Simple?
Yes.
Then you use the formula. So this is another formula you need to memorize. By the way, I write the 1 and 2 below. Okay, one of my students write like this. Can you tell me why this is not right? This is y square,
Yeah, y square.
This is not y square. So don't write it like this. So how do you write? Write the y big, the 2 small. Yeah. So it's always easier if you write down the numbers or write down the coordinate. This is the x coordinate, this is the y coordinate, this is the x coordinate, this is y coordinate. It's always good that you write it down, because when you write it down, what you need to do, just sub in, right? If you don't write it down, you need to read and then somehow you need to sub in. I think very likely you get wrong. You write it down already, hard to get wrong. But always use so y1 33 minus y2 63, x1 0, x2 minus 3. So this one, use a calculator. Negative 30, negative 3, 10. Okay? Of course, use a calculator lah. Don't try to use your brain so much. I also don't want to use my brain so much. Okay? So the gradient is 10. So what's the y-intercept?
The y-intercept
is where it cut the y-axis.
Yes.
So this is the 33. Yes, so C equals to 33. So done for the first question. Okay? So therefore, if they ask you to find the function means or the equation of the line, just sub in the m. The m is 10, right? The y-intercept is 33. So this is the function for this line. If they ask you lah. Okay? That's how you get the first question. Next, a house owner was puzzled. The graph shows that she has to pay a $C for 0 hours work. Provide possible. So this is 0 hour, right? Got charged $33. 1 hour, then got charged this price. Then 3 hour get charged 63. Then how come the owner asks, hey, 0 hours work, how come I still get charged $33? So what is a possible explanation for this? It means no work still get charged. Maybe admin fee, maybe service charge. Yeah, something like that lah, huh?
Yeah.
So one possible one is yeah, something like that. Yeah. So maybe registration fee, all those. Yeah. So one-time registration fee. Okay, good. So done. This question is very good. No fixed answer. Okay? As long as you can explain it, then so can be a registration fee, can be a admin fee, those things. Next, the table below shows the now they ask you to draw the electrician B on the graph. Also very simple lah. Start with 0, 0. Let me get it to the. Are you using an iPad or what at home?
At home?
Yeah, or laptop.
I don't use.
You don't use electronic stuff.
I use it. But I
Use
don't
what?
use them to do work.
Okay. You use what? Laptop or what? Or computer or what?
I use phone or computer.
Computer. Okay. Those desktop is it?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay, good. So now 0, 0. Where's 0, 0? Here. Right. 250. 2 is here. Where's 50? Here. So like I say, please use a ruler. Because once you read it wrongly, this graph is wrong already. 400. 400. So just link up the 3 points. Are you following? Okay, so this is your electrician B. Okay? They say write down the equation of the graph. Pretty easy. So it follows the y equals to mx plus c once again. How do you get the m?
The m is
Formula lor. y1
y1
minus y2, x1
x1
minus
minus
x2. So you can choose these 2 points. You can choose these 2 points. Okay? So this point is, okay, just write down. Let me just write down. This is 4 and 100. Okay? So this is your x1. This is your y1. So y1 is 50. y2 is 100. x1 is 2. x2 is 4. So this is minus 50. Use a calculator lah. 25. That's the m. C. Here, 0. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Then therefore, this is y equals to 25x. That's it. So you answer this already. Now the final question. Determine which electrician to hire if a house owner requires 2.5 hours. So 2.5 hours were here, right?
Wait, from C2, they said write down the equation of the graph representing. The equation, isn't it like y equals to x plus something?
Yeah, y equals to x plus something. But in this case, the plus c is 0 ma.
So we don't need to write like
you write plus 0, right? It's not wrong, but it's not the simplest. It's not the, you need to final answer is simplest form. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I never show the plus 0. Okay?
Yes.
Then therefore the D 2.5 hours of electrician work means 2.5 hours is here. Then you just draw the line up. Then you see which one gives you a cheaper price. Which one gives you a cheaper price? A, right? You hit the A first, right?
Yes.
So the A is how much?
Cheaper.
Yeah, cheaper. Then you just explain, A charge. So you just read this.
A charge how many?
Yeah, just write down A charge how much, B charge how much, then A charge less. Therefore, electrician A is preferred.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. So that's how you do graph questions.
Yes.
Okay. So let me look at the rest. Okay. This one.
Yes.
Do you know how to do 10?
Yes.
Good. Let me see. 10. Where's your?
The last page. Yes.
这个
Yes.
n equals to 240. Okay, hold on. Correct. So all you need to do is you just need to form an equation Then if your answer is like nice number, then very likely is correct. So by the way, I went through. Yeah, I went through this question with Jing Xuan, yes, Wednesday. So I kind of like remember. Yeah, this paper, yeah, I went through with Jing Xuan already. So yeah, okay, good. So any question before I throw you my questions?
I think no.
No more question. Okay, good.
Yeah.
More question. So today I think a few things for you to memorize A few things for you to memorize, especially the gradient formula and then the C. Okay, so of course I want to today I get one question from my student on graph. So I also want to share with you. Sec 1 also. Okay. Besides that, let's look at this. Actually, this is the concept I want to talk about. Okay, I'm supposed to copy paste the slide. Okay, good. Okay, you have two lines here. You have the blue one, you have the black one. Can you see that they have an intersection point?
Yes.
So what if I ask you what is the significance of this intersection point? Which means here. So this intersection point is at let me just use a rule, a straight line. So this is 2.5. So it's okay, I need to get the
2.5.
no. I mean no. This is 2.5. So this is 1, 2, 3. So this is 10. So 0.5 divided by 10. So it's 0.05. 1, 2, 3, 4. So times 4, 0.2. So this is 2.2. So what's the significance? So it's 2.2. Then what's the price? The price is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's $55. So this is the intersection point, and the coordinate is this. So what's the significance of this intersection point? Yeah, what's the meaning of this intersection point? What it means to you? Or it means nothing to you? Or you don't know what's the meaning?
The meaning of this is is it like when there's a similar number between like similar point.
This is the line for electrician B. This is the line for electron A. So both lines represent the charges. So in a way, right?
Similar charge.
Yeah. For this intersection point, right? So basically at 2.2 hours of work, right? Regardless whether you choose A or B, right? You get charged this. Yeah. You'll be charged the same. This question, this is the meaning of this intersection point. Okay? But for questions like this, so I also have an intersection point here, right?
Yes.
I also have a orange line, I have a blue line here, right? So let me just get this out. I was talking with the other student about this question. So over here, the intersection point is 4 and 7. So what's the meaning of intersection point here then? So the orange one is this y equals to 2x minus 1. Then the blue one is y equals to x plus 3. So on the graph, this is the intersection point. Right. Then what's the significance of this intersection point?
The significance of this intersection point.
Yeah. Okay, first thing first. Do you know why? By the way, whenever we draw the line, right, on the graph, right, we want to represent it in the y equals to mx plus c format.
Yes.
Why?
So that
Why must like put in this format? Y equals to mx plus c format.
so that you know.
Actually, so that you can read the m and the c quickly. Okay? But if you don't want to know the m, you don't want to know the c, right? You can choose not to express them in this format. Okay? So in fact, right, your this y equals to 2x minus 1, right? Let's call this equation 1. Let's call this equation 2. So your this equation 1, right? Let's say if I don't care about the gradient, I don't care about the y-intercept, right? I can actually put it in this format. 2x over is minus 2x plus y equals to negative 1. Then for this y equals to x plus 3, right? I can actually move it over. I get minus x plus y equals to 3. So meaning, right, if I don't care about the m and the c, right, I don't have to get it into this format. No need. I can put it in this format as well. I hope you know my how I convert them. Just transform, transform. Then, now the question is, why I want to get it into this format? So, like, I know why I need to get it into this format. This format is for me to get m and c, read the m and c quickly. In this format,
to see where is c.
How is this format helpful? But if let's say if you get it into this format already, I think it's kind of like hard to read the m and the c, right? Yeah. You still need to do the conversion, then you can read, right? So how? Then that means when we need to use this format?
When we want to know like the c.
No, I don't want. Okay, you want to know the c? I thought this format is the best. You want to know the m and the c, right? This format is the best. This is called the y equals to mx plus c format. So when this format is helpful?
When there's intersection.
You have two equations, right?
Yes.
What it reminds you? Two equations. Which concept it reminds you of? Two equations. Simultaneous equation. Or have you learned simultaneous equations?
Wait. Yeah, I heard that before,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure.
So simultaneous equation means you have two equations. And then your job is to find out the value of x and the value of y. How do you solve simultaneous equations?
I forgot.
You forgot,
Wait,
but have you learned or not?
I'm not. I heard this.
You heard before?
Equation before.
Managed
But
to
I forgot
practice?
what is it.
You forgot what is it?
Yeah.
So you heard about it. I assume you have practiced it lah, but now you've.
Yeah.
Okay, good. There is one way you can use the calculator to quickly solve this. Okay, so I'm going to show you.
What is simultaneous equation?
So simultaneous equation means you have two equations.
It sounds very familiar.
Simultaneous means at the same time. Together, same time. Okay, so go to setup. Go to 5. Can you see it?
Yes.
Can you see simultaneous equation?
Yes.
Then press 1. So they ask, select 2 to 4 unknown.
Yeah.
How many unknown here?
2.
Why 2?
Because
X is 1.
and y is
The second one.
Yeah.
So it's 2 unknown. So therefore, that means your calculator is powerful enough to solve how many unknown? Up to 4.
4.
But of course, we are not doing 4 now.
Yes.
We are doing 2. So you press 2. Can you see the format?
Yes.
Something x plus something y equals to something over the side, right? Something x plus something y equals to something, right? Can you see that this format match that one?
Yes.
Yeah, so this format is useful for you to solve simultaneous equations. So can you key in what you're going to key in?
You taught me last week.
Okay, so what you key in?
Negative
2, right?
Oh yeah,
Negative 2.
Then
Plus 1, yeah, plus 1.
equals negative 1.
Yeah, so you key in for the first equation already?
Wait,
Yeah, let me see.
you use this.
Must do slowly. Hold on, sorry. So you are still at the x.
Yeah.
So you negative 2 equal it to key in.
Equal it.
Key in already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Continue. Plus 1, yeah. Equal it to key in, yes.
Minus 1.
Yes. Okay, good. Next. Minus 1, yeah. Plus 1. Yeah. Then 3.
Then plus 3.
Yeah, plus 3. Press the equal one more time. What they give?
X equals 1.
Okay, hold on. Equals to 1.
Yeah.
Y equals to? Press one more time.
7.
Very good. So the calculator gives you x equal to 1, y equal to 7. You sure x equal to 1, right? Can you press one more time? One more time. X equal to?
4.
How come 1? Where do you get 1? You want to press one more time?
Oh, yeah,
Whether it's 1 or 4?
It's 4.
It's 4. Okay, good. So
It's 4.
the calculator gives you 4 and 7.
Yeah.
X equal to 4, y equal to 7.
Yeah.
Can you see that? They are related.
Yes.
How they are related?
Like the intersection point
Yes.
is
On the graph,
on the graph is
4 and 7. Yeah,
7.
yes. Yeah. Then what about this?
And x we say is 4.
Yeah.
So like the x
X coordinate is
that
4.
line is 4. And then y is 7. So
Yeah.
it is similar. These two is the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing, right?
Yes.
So therefore, what we have done just now is the significance of the intersection point, right?
Yeah.
The significance of the intersection point between this equation and this equation, right, is actually the solution. By the way, this is the solution given by the calculator, right? To the simultaneous equations, right?
Yes.
So therefore, the intersection point of this line and this line on the graph is actually the solution to these two equations. So what it means is, if I give you, hold on, This is simultaneous equation, right?
Yes.
So you can use the calculator to get x equal to 2, y equal to -1, right? So if I ask you, hey, you cannot use calculator, okay? What else can you use to get x equal to 2, y equal to -1? You draw these two out using graph paper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me show you. But before you draw, you must get these two into what format? Y equals to mx plus c format. Am I right?
Yes.
So this, if you get into y equals to mx plus c format, then this x must go here. So it's y equals to -x plus 1. Okay. Then for this one is minus y equals to -2x plus 5.
Yes.
So I need to divide by -1.
Also
Then this is -1. So I get y equals to 2x minus 5. So I need to sketch these two. So since
why
I'm
is it plus 5 and not why is it -5 and not plus 5?
-1 ma. You divide by -1.
Oh, yeah,
You divide by
negative,
-1.
negative.
Yeah. Yeah. Divide by -1, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. So you're supposed to draw this
Out.
and this out. So since I'm using technology, this GeoGebra app is very, I think you guys use the decimals. So I mean both are the same lah. So I need to sketch the y equals to -x plus 1. And I also need to get this y equals to 2x minus 5, right?
Yes. Parallel line.
Okay, this is a key in wrongly. Should be -x. Yeah. Can you see that they intersect somewhere here?
Yes.
What's this point?
This is
2 and -1.
yes. And that's 2 and -1.
Correct. So this is the intersection point, right? So once again, the intersection point on the graph of these two lines will give me the solution to the simultaneous equations. This is the second example. The first example is here. The intersection point of these two lines is the solution to these simultaneous equations. This and this, right? They are not different. They are only different in format. This is the y equals to mx plus c format. This is the simultaneous equation format. They mean the same thing. It's just like you, but you change to white today. And maybe last week you wore the blue t-shirt. Yeah. So can you appreciate this? I think a lot of students in school, right? They never talk about this concept.
Yes.
So I want you to appreciate this plus this second example. Okay? Okay, so since we are talking about simultaneous equations, right? Let me just do a simple one. Because not every time you can use calculator. What if you don't use calculator? How do you solve? Because you need to learn this. Because I think under algebra. Yeah. So how do you solve simultaneous equation? Use substitution method. So let's say this is equation 1.
Yes.
This is equation 2. So what you do is you just get the 1. So from 1. So you can move the x over, right? So it becomes minus x plus yeah, right? Then now can you see that you have your y here already?
Yes.
Then you have a y here. Then this is also your y, right?
Yes.
Sub in, replace. But replace must be careful. Why? Can you see the minus sign here?
Yes.
So in order to signal to it, like I need to minus the entire thing. So hold on, let me just sub in. In order to signal to it the y, I need to minus the entire thing. How do you signal to it? I minus the entire thing. Okay.
So like 1 y equals to -x plus 1.
Correct.
Then you want to is it?
Yeah, replace the y. Yeah.
Replace the y.
Yeah, replace the y here with this y. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then good.
Then it is
Then you need to put a bracket.
bracket.
Because with a bracket, then only it signals to the question, I want to minus the entire thing. If without the bracket, you only minus the minus x.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, yes.
I understand.
We talked about it just now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you use this
So it's
equation
equal to 5,
to replace the y.
Yes.
Okay.
So now open the bracket. First arrow plus x. Second arrow minus 1. 3x is equal to 6. Move over becomes plus 1. Right? So x is equal to 2. So with x equal to 2, get it back into this. So y equals to minus 2 plus 1. So it's minus 1.
Yeah.
So 2 and minus 1. So is it 2 and minus 1 just now?
Yes.
2 and minus 1.
Yes.
This is by calculator. Right? Then this is by graph. 2 and minus 1. You can read from this graph. Yeah. Okay. So I've demonstrated to you how you solve by graph, by calculator, and by substitution. Yeah, substitution method. So why I call it substitution method? Because you sub the y into it, right? You sub this y, right? Replace the y. Replace means sub. But of course, over here there is a minus sign. When you sub in, you don't want to minus the minus x only. You want to minus the whole thing, right?
Yes.
So therefore you give it a bracket. Okay? Can? So a lot of students they don't understand the significance of the intersection point. Actually, the significance of the intersection point means is the solution. This intersection point is the solution to the simultaneous equations. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let me see if I can, because today I talk about this a lot. Okay, one more. Let me make use of this. No, not this. Let me make use of this. Good. This is another question with I hope you see the 2 lines, huh?
Yes, I see that.
Good. You have graph paper, right?
Yes.
Good. Thanks. So next time maybe I need you to practice more graph questions. Just zoom in. Okay, good. So once again, this one is this formula in y equals to mx plus c format. And this one is to be found now. To be found. How to find? So this is 1, 2. This one is minus 1 and minus 4. So the m is formula y1 minus y2, x1 minus x2. So minus 4, minus the 2, minus 1, minus the 1. Okay? What's this point? Minus 1. So y equals to...
3 plus negative 1.
Okay, so you just...
Isn't it 3x plus negative 1?
Plus negative 1 is minus 1 more. Simplify ma.
Yeah.
Remember just now plus 0 you need to simplify. So in this case plus minus 1 simplify. Yeah. Always simplest form. Remember that. So this equation represents this. This equation represents. So now the question is, this intersection point, right? What it represent? It represents the solution, which is x equal to 1, y equals to 2, to this equation 1 and that equation. Yes. Okay. So the significance of this intersection point on the graph, it represents the solution to the simultaneous equation 1 and 2. Okay. Next, this is the interesting part. they ask. So focus on the attention on this line.
Yes.
Okay. They ask, if x is equal to negative 1.2, what is y? How do you figure out what's y? Given y equals to negative 2x plus 5, how do you find y? How? Just tell me how, instead of calculating.
Y equals to
Y equals to
2 negative 2 times negative 1.2 plus 4.
Very good. So can you quickly use a calculator? Tell me what's the answer. Just let the calculator sort it out for you. 6.4?
6.4.
6.4. So this is by calculation.
Yes.
How do you do it on the graph? Get your x equal to minus 1.2 first, which is here. Okay? So once you identify this, there are 4 directions you can go. You can go this direction. But looks like if you go this direction, you go nowhere, right? So you don't go this direction. Come down. You go down. I'm asking you to focus on the yellow one, right?
Yeah.
So if you go down, also goes nowhere, so
Yeah.
wrong. You go right, looks like you have something.
Yes.
It hit this point. But what point is this? This point is the x equal to 2. Right? Now, the last direction you can go is up. And then you read, this is y equals to 6.4. So therefore, which one you pick? They ask for y.
Y.
So you pick this one now. Okay?
Yes.
So a lot of students sometimes, right, they are asked to find this one from the graph. Just now calculation you managed to do it. But from the graph, how? From the graph you just locate x equals to minus 1.2 first. Then there are 4 directions you can go. This, then you know that going this way leads nowhere. Going this way leads nowhere. Going this way gives you x equal to 2. Going here, then this will give you y equals to 6.4. So the question asks for what is the y value. That's why you pick this one. This one, ignore. Okay? So this is how you use the graph to get, yeah. I can tidy it up by just erasing. So use the graph to find the y equals to 6.4 when x is equal to minus 1.2. 2 ways. Okay? So graph question generally involve a lot more stuff. But I think with today's lesson, I think I have touched upon most of the points. Okay? Even though you might not have learned so much from your school.
Yes.
But hopefully today I fill up the gaps. Okay? I fill up the gaps. Alright? Yeah, so any question for me? No. Then yeah. So next week, right, I will give you another set of paper. Again? No. I realize what? Okay, if I look at your work, right? Quite good, Quite good. Okay? So I will say graph, yes, you need to work after today's lesson on graph. Hopefully next week your graph question you manage to do it. Then this square root HCF and LCM, most likely you will get another one. Then this cross multiply, just have to remember when you move it over, change the sign. And then most likely, I don't know whether I will give you an inequality, but maybe, yes. Okay, so hopefully after a few lessons, right, whatever concepts you learn before mid-year, graph, algebra manipulation, cross multiplication, move things over, change sign, and then HCF, LCM, and then the significant figure estimation. So all this one, right, I want to make sure you have no problems. So then I will move a little bit forward so that you learn in advance. So when you learn in advance, right, then when you go to your school, you have some basic knowledge. So it's easier for you to digest your school materials. Okay, so yeah. Any other question?
No.
No. Okay, good. Then okay, we can conclude the day.